Yo, what's good, boxing heads and fight fans around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So the man Canoli was on a conference call. You know what I mean? He was a conference call for his upcoming fight versus Triple G, and he told the media on the conference call that the media and the fans have been saying that whoever wins this fight right here between Triple G and Canoli is gonna be number one pound for pound on the planet. And let's talk about it, man. Personally, I haven't heard anybody say that. You know what I mean? That whoever wins this fight will be number one pound for pound on the planet. And I'm not gonna go with everybody say, but from my opinion, I don't think that whoever wins this fight will be number one pound for pound. But whoever wins this fight will definitely ascend in the pound for pound rankings, you know what I mean? You check it, the man Canoli, you know what I'm saying? The man does have a good resume. We can't even front about that, you know what I mean? For a young dude, a dude who, is he the same age as Broner? Might be even younger. I think he's younger than Broner. You check it, the man has fought, he got some good fighters on his resume. Lara, Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, even though Shane Mosley was a little older and the man couldn't pull the trigger in that fight. He was kind of shot, but that's a good name on the resume at the time that Canoli got him, you know what I mean? You check it, he's had an all-Mexican warfare with, not even warfare, but it was one-sided versus Angulo, El Perro, you check it, Baby Chavez, you know what I mean? But his opposition lately hasn't been stellar, you know what I'm saying? But his resume is definitely better than the man Triple G, and I'm saying so. But whoever wins this fight, in my opinion, will ascend in the pound for pound rankings, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always conflicted on where to place these guys, I think he's a good fighter. The man got some good head movement, good shoulder movement. He's one of the best, if not the best body punchers in the game, you know. You know what I'm saying? But this fight right here, it's going to let us know a lot about each other, you know what I mean? A guy like Triple G, if he does make my pound for pound rankings, things are going to change, I'm actually waiting for this Bud Crawford versus Ndongo fight to really see who's in my pound for pound rankings right now, you know what I mean? You check it, but a guy like Triple G, if he's in my pound for pound list, he's definitely at the latter end, he's like number 9 or 10 if he makes my pound for pound list, you know what I mean? I ain't got one right now off the top of my head, but if he wins this fight, he'll definitely get through in the pound for pound rankings. If he wins this fight, in my opinion, man, I'll put him in the top 5. Not 1, 2, 3, or 4, but probably number 5, you know what I mean? You check it because that's a big name to get on his resume. And that's one thing Triple G has lacked his whole career. That big name, getting that Hall of Fame caliber type of fighter. And I'm not saying the man Canoli right now is a Hall of Fame fighter, no. But, he could end up being one, you know what I mean? You check it, the man has many more years left in boxing. He got a good 10 years left in him. You check it, and Triple G doesn't, So if he gets that man Canoli scalp on that particular fight in September, then that's definitely a big win for Triple G, and they'll put him up there in the pound for pound rankings. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think neither of these guys are number 1 or 2. I think one of these websites, is it ESPN? Or was it BoxRec, has Canoli as number 1, and I think ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. They might have Andre Ward now, I don't know. But last I remember, they had Triple G as their number 1 pound for pound fighter, you know what I mean? I don't know how, when two of his 3 belts, he ain't even really win. Like, he got handed the belts, you know what I mean? The WBC and this WBA. You know what I mean? Only ring title he won in the ring was the IBF joint when he beat the IBF strap when he beat David Lemieux. Now, the man Canoli, this would be a big name for him to get on his resume too, you know what I mean? Because he's moving up in weight. He's facing the pound for pound the best fighter at the middleweight division. You know what I mean? Basically undisputed. One more belt. You know what I mean? He got to get that Billy Joe Saunders belt. But the sad thing about this fight, if I remember correctly, man, the WBC belt will not be in play in this fight. You know what I mean? So basically, that means if Canelo wins this fight, them belts are gonna be stripped. They gonna be split up, and we gonna be further away from getting an undisputed fight at 160 at middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if Triple G does lose that fight, if he gets to keep his this WBC belt, or will it be vacant? I think it should be vacant. But I've seen situations like Lamont Peterson versus Lucas Matisse. Lamont Peterson, that's my dude from DC, man. But them fellas got knocked out, but he still kept his world title. And Lucas Matisse ain't even get a title. And Lucas Matisse, up to now, as we speak in 2017, August, he's never been a world champion. In my opinion, that should have been his title right there. You check it? So that's one thing I'm not too sure about. You know what I mean? Will Canelo still keep it? I'm sorry. Will Triple G still keep his WBC belt if he loses? I think it should be vacant and somebody else should fight for it. You know what I'm saying? Or actually, yeah, and I'm sure Abel Sanchez and fucking Tommy Boy, like Mr. Doc be calling him. Tom, what's the fuck is his name? That K2 dude. Tom Law, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm sure they wouldn't like this suggestion. If Triple G loses this fight to Canelo, fight for the WBC vacant title versus Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? You guys are already trying to avoid the man Jamal Charlo when the man has won his mandatory shot. You check it? You guys are talking about anything and everything besides the man getting his shot when you guys gave fellas like fucking Dominique Wade and these type of guys opportunities to fight for that world title. But Jamal Charlo wins his mandatory, his eliminator, WBC title eliminator. Them fellas don't deserve the shot. Like, who's he fought? What has he done? Get the fuck out of here, man. You check it. So that's what needs to happen right there. You know what I mean? You check it. If Triple G loses this fight and he loses his WB and IBF because the WBC belt will not be in play, he needs to fight for that vacant strap against Jamal Charlo. Winner take all. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, none of these guys right now, if even whoever wins this fight, will be number one pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys haven't fought the guys that they needed to fight, especially Canelo at 154. He never fought none of them fighters like Demetrius Andrade, who called him a bitch. Demetrius Andrade loves to call fellas a bitch. Loves to throw around that B word like that. Like, them ain't fighting words, man. You could get your head taken off telling a man you a bitch. You know what I mean? So, he ain't fight Demetrius Andrade. He never fought the Charlo brothers, you know what I mean? And I think maybe, excuse me, a fight with Jamal Charlo, the one who holds the WBC belt, versus Canelo. That's a good fight. That's a 50-50 fight. Actually, it's probably more favoring Canelo, in my opinion, you know what I mean? You check it, because Canelo has some underrated boxing skills, So, those are the type of fighters he never fought, you know what I'm saying? He fought Lara, because the public demanded it. Lara stepped up to him, you know what I mean? But Triple G, if he wins this fight, I'll definitely have him in my top 5, and so will Canelo, and I'll have Canelo in the top 5. You know what I mean? I think it's only right that we gotta put him up in there. If whoever wins this fight right here, in my opinion, will be number 5. You know what I'm saying? The number 5 pound for pound. So B-Marsh Boxer, let me know what y'all think about Canelo saying that whoever wins this fight will be number 1 pound for pound. And let me know if you agree with him. Do you agree? I don't think so. I doubt it, you know what I mean? You guys got to fight different type of fighters, different type of styles, you know what I mean? And Lara obviously gave Canelo problems. So did Floyd Mayweather. You check it. So would guys like Demetrius Andrade, in my opinion, you know what I mean? So with guys like maybe Jamal Charlo, you know what I'm saying? You know, even Triple G, you know, Danny Jacobs gave him issues, you know what I mean? You know, the fellas like Lara have called him out, but he never took that fight. So you know what I mean? These guys haven't fought all the styles, and they haven't been shown they haven't shown that they're capable of beating all kinds of styles. In my opinion, that's what makes a pound for pound fighter. Even if you're fighting a slick fighter and you all of a sudden make the slick fighter become a pressure fighter who don't know how to cut off the ring, and you beat him because the boxer puncher didn't fight his style to win the fight. If it go that so happens, like for, let's say Canoli versus Lara or something. I'm sorry, Triple G versus Lara, and the man Triple G actually makes the man become, you know, he wins the fight convincingly, then that's what makes you become a pound for pound fighter, you know what I mean? And in my opinion, that's what these guys need to do. Be different kind of styles, and no doubt you guys, in my opinion, will ascend in the pound for pound rankings, especially a guy like Canoli who's young, you know, he's gonna be like 9 years younger than Triple G, so he got a lot of time left in boxing, and sooner than later, if he can beat different kind of styles, he will be number one pound for pound. But does he take the difficult fights? He hasn't lately, but this one right here is, and we'll see who win. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments, and thanks for listening. Peace.